method. Yes, so you actually read some 4 to 6 concepts. I think uh, there. Yes, so we'll start from here. And the first concept we want to do is that how can we sort data? How can we sort data? So we do the sorting of data using the method called .sort values. So what does the sort values mean? So the sort values is when you are trying to you are you do the you arrange your data. Yes. So when you try to arrange your data, you can do either in ascending or descending order. So let me actually read this movies dataset. Yes, just copy the link. Oh, we also discussed about how to read data. So I want to read the movies dataset. I type movies, that's the name of my data frame, and then I say same as to bd dot read. We said we did what? Read table because we are reading from online. And then we do this. We do this, and then we insert the link. Yes. So we can run this one, and then we try to output the first 4 or 5 rows of the data. So since the same problems we were actually uh, 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 we were experiencing yesterday. So once you see this, is that your all the columns of this data has been what read as a single column. So what you do here, you come here and then you specify your separator. Specify your separator. You can see the separator. The separator here is the comma. This is what is separating the columns. Yes. So I say the separator is equal to my yes, and then I run this one. I run this one. Now my data has what has has been run successfully. So we are saying that we want to actually sort the data. So when you are doing the sorting of the data, you specify the columns you want to use. You specify the columns you want to sort. Okay. So let me say in this case, I want to sort my data frame using the title column. Title column. If you want to output the number of columns, just say movies dot columns. We will get the forums names of. So you can see we have the star rating, we have the title, we have content rating, we have journal duration, and then actor list. So in this case, I'm interested with the title column. So I want to sort my data frame using the title column. What I do, I'll just say movies, and then movies, and then remember the dot method dot title. So if I run this one, I will access my data series of the title column. Yes, but what I'm interested here is to now do the sorting. So I would add another code that the sort method. So I'll do the sort values. Yes, and then if you look at this method of mine here, Let me just run this one. So if you look at this, if you look at this, let me output the head. Try to explain something here. The head of the series, the data series that we have already accessed. So now look how the values are arranged. Okay, let me just copy this one and then paste here. So if you just try to look at these values, they are the same as these values here. They are the same of this, the title, the same arrangement. So what is happening? It means we have not actually, we have put our method, but we have not informed the Python to do the changes in the initial data that we have. So in that case, I said you use what? You use in place.
Excuse me, that data is not looking the same. Well, am
I
I
mean this way. I mean this way. I
the
mean this way.
the
You
okay?
check the column, because here we accessed the specific column. Okay. But if it's now, if you want to compare with the initial data set, you need to go to that column. This is the column, the title. So the first value of that title is Shashak redemption. You see? No. So is it? So what is it? Let me. So it's not actually the same, huh? Oh, yes. So okay. So let me just explain this concept of mine. Let me just complete this concept of mine and then we go back. So what I'm trying to explain is that when you are trying to do the sorting, you should do what? You should make your changes. Racism as true. So if I run this one now, uh, what is it? So actually we have sorted here. We have sorted here one. So I think this method of mine, let me just go this way instead of doing this. I run this one. I run this. Yes. So so what is it? Yeah. Okay. Actually, uh, let me just leave it that way. Let me just leave it that way. I would make that method and then I run this way. Yes. So this is how to do the sorting. But remember, if now I try to output my movies dot title, yes, title dot head, yes, this is what I was trying to explain. this, we were having this data of ours, and then we want to do the sorting. We want to do the sorting using the what? Using the column, specific column. In this case, we use the title. So if you check at this, if you check at this this first code here, it has what? It has done the sorting now. So it means if you do the sorting using the title, the first value in that data set will be of title 500 days of summer. Okay, but this one, now look at this one, look at this one. So it's almost the same thing, but this one is different from this. Why? The reason is that because uh, 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 we never put the we never specified this method of ours to make changes into the data frame. Okay, so the method only performed in this scenario. But if you try to reread that column, you will find that you have your same values which are here. These same values, the way they are. Yes, that's what I was trying to explain. And then you remember, if now you want your method to do the changes to the data frame, you use the implicit same as to true. Yes, so let's try to do that. So what you do, you just say your this dot your movies dot sort values, your movies dot sort values, and then inside here you specify the column, that's the title, and then you specify your embrace same as true. Yes. So let me now try to do the movies dot title dot 8. So if I do this one, I should have the same result as of this what scenario. This is the same result of this. Okay. So you need to understand when you are making changes, when your code is not making changes, because that's the essence of this class. You need to understand those processes. Okay. So you can do this. If you do this way, and then you try to output the data frame, you find that there is nothing, there is no changes. Why? Because this it only affected this instance. Okay, but the data set remains the same way. They are not sorted. So for you to specify, for you to make changes, now you need to run this command of ours.
Um, I'm lost a bit, teacher, in the sense that
Let me actually recap the process. Huh? So I'm saying this way: when you want to do the setting, do you remember the difference between the series and data frame? Who remembers the difference? What's the difference between a series and a data frame? Someone try to answer that question before I explain I explain what I was supposed to do. What's the difference between data series and data frame? Yes, you don't remember that.
Can I try?
Yes, try. Go ahead.
A series is uh, it's it's just like, okay, a data frame has more than one column, while a series has a single column.
Yes. So that is it. Remember, so I'll be using a series when I'm dealing with what? A one column. When I have multiple column, I would be saying a data frame. So I wrote this code of mine, but in a series. So I have this column called the title. And then I want now to do the sorting. So if I run movies.title, I'll just access my series of the title column. You can see only one column, that is the title. So now what if I want to do the sorting in this title, in this series? So I'll just say movies.title and then values, sort values. And then if I sort values, I don't pass anything. So if I run this one, my data frame will be sorted using the title column. What does it mean? It means if you come here, the title column is what? A string type. So if I'm doing series, if I'm doing the sorting, it means when I have not specified anything here, it means my sorting will be what? In ascending order. So the movies which start from the A's, the B's are what? Outputted first, and then the last ones, they are maybe the Z, the X, the Y. So, yes. So, now up to that, you understand what is going on. Okay? But I've said, because this is just a series, this is a series. Okay? I have only I have only actually this sorting of values, it has worked only in this instance. Okay, because you can see they are not the same, they are not the same. These values are not the same, they have been sorted out. Let me output the head. Also here output the head. So they are not the same. Okay, yes, if you see this one, I mean this one, if you see these values, they are not the same as this one. Or are they the same? Let me read the data from above here. You know, when these things you run actually. Yes, this is what I was trying to know. So what is it? I just need to copy this one again. And then come here, I do this. Yes, this is what, when did I copy this? Wow, wow, wow. Yes, this is what I was trying to say. That when I loaded my data and then I tried to output the series of title column, I get these values. Okay, so the first 5 values, they look like this. This is the arrangement. But when I do the sorting in that series, I get now my values being sorted out. So this is now the new arrangement after they have done what we call ascending order. Okay, the values have been arranged in ascending order. But if again I try to do now the data frame, data frame now, that's movies dot 8. Okay, I get my what? I get my, look at the title column. Look at the title column. for me to summarize this one, I can just actually say dot title dot 8. So if I try, yes, if I run this one, I get the same values that were the same values we did before we did sorting actually. These are the values we did sorting. These are the values that look the same as the first one before we did sorting. So what does it mean? It means that this method of ours did not make change to the data frame. It only actually worked in this instance. So for me to avoid that, now I need to use this method of mine to make changes in the data frame. That's movies dot sort values and then inside these values now I can include my column that I want to sort the data with. That's the title, and then comma I do the changes now. The embrace same as true. So if I run this one, what is it? Embrace. Yes, if I run this one, and the typing is if I run this one, now I should have the same result as the one I did on the what? On the data series data series on the data series. Yes. So just understand, if you want your changes to be made, you must use the empiricism as to true. That's what I was trying to actually illustrate. Yes. Okay. Now you have done the sorting. Now you understand. You understand that you can do the sorting. Okay. Another thing I want to explain here is that I've said once this method of ours, you can see we have only passed the name, the title of the column, and then the embrace method. So, and then I've told you that actually what happens is that the data by default, the data is sorted out by the ascending method. Now, what if we don't want to to sort the data in ascending order? So we just copy this and paste here, and then we specify now the method. So by default, ascending is same as to what? True. But now, we want to do the descending. Okay. So if it's a must to use the word ascending, it is a must to use the word ascending. Then we set it to false now. So this one will do a what? A descending order. A descending order. A descending order. Yes, so you can see my data. If you see the column, the title column, those values are starting from the side and then coming towards to the A in alphabetical order. So that's how you do. But in case you don't want to use this one, you can also, if you want to set it to true, you can just delete this and then write descending. Descending same as to what? True. So it will just do the same how do is it uh, descending? Maybe this one can work. And anyway, there's a way to write the descending, but Just understand that ascending method. So you just need to set that ascending to false when you want to do the descending. So yes, so we have done that one. I've explained to do the sorting. You need the what? You need to use this method of ours that you name. This is the name of the data frame, and then you use the method called sort values. Inside sort values, you pass the name of the column you want to sort your data with. In this case, I've used the title, and then you implement the changes, use the embrace method, and then you specify your assign your method of doing sorting, either ascending or descending. If I just cancel this one, it means my method will be what? Will be descending, because I have said by default, if you don't specify, then that means you are doing sorting by ascending order. If you want to do descending, just set your ascending to false. Yes. So another thing before we move to the other concept is that you can do ascending now using multiple columns. Multiple columns. So what you do, you just need to specify your columns that you want to do the descending. So maybe I can just create my code list that I want to do descending same as 2. You put a list, and then you specify their names. You specify their names. Let me just cut this. You specify their names. Columns. Yes. So it's good to run that df columns so that it gives you the names of the columns you want. Maybe I want to do the title and the content rating. So I can just copy my columns. So I want to do the sorting first by title, and then the second time I'm doing the sorting, I do by the content rating. I think you understand those concepts of doing the sorting by Excel. So it's the same way, only that in this case we are writing codes. So you are saying if you can do you actually sorting using multiple rows, such that you do the first sorting you do is by title, and then the second time you do the sorting you use the content rating column. So what you do, you just define your list, and then you use the same method, movies movies and then dot sort values, and then inside for sort values you pass your instead of using that now column, you just pass your list, because you have created a list of actually columns. So this one, and then comma, and then you do the remaining things, that ascending. Let's do the descending. Ascending same as true. Yes. And then you can also, let's do this by ascending, and then do this by what? The second time you are doing the sorting, the content rating, you use descending. So ascending, ascending same as false now in this case, because we want to do descending, and then the embrace method. Yes. So if I run this one, so what is it? to do here. Uh, uh, Ascending. We have n. This one, I think this one is okay. Yes, so let's just keep it simple for you to understand. You would check the notes. I would send the notes. We have all the details. What you need to understand is that you can do actually you can do actually uh, 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 you can do actually sorting by multiple columns. Okay, so the most important parameter to specify is the embracing method, because if you don't specify this, you will get what? You will get that you have the same dataset as before. Yes, but this one now of mine has been what? Has been updated. It's not the same. They have done this sorting of my values using the two columns. So that one is okay. Yes, so let's go to another concept. So in this concept, we are going actually to do now the filtering of data. We want to do now the filtering of data, and then previously I've actually told you that if you want to do the filtering of data, you need to specify your condition. Your condition. You create a condition and then you filter data using that condition. Okay. So using the same data, the movies dot add. So we can see this actually this information. So what if now you want the movies? Let me analyze my star rating column. What I do, I just say movies dot actually doing the star rating column. Yes, and then I do the describe. If you remember, describe method. So it means it gives me the summary of that column, because the column is numeric. So I would get the values are the statistics measures values. So we have the count, they are 979, and then we have the mean as 7.9. So what if I want to create a condition that I want only those values which have what? Have the star rating greater than the mean value of that column of that the star rating. So what I do, just create a condition. So in this case, it is movies dot the column we are dealing is the star rating, the star rating. So we said they should have more. So you use greater than actually the mean. So in this case, you can just use 7 point what? 0.8897. I'm just reading this value of 9 because that's the mean is given. Another way to do this, if you remember NumPy, So let me just explain this one, and then I actually remind you, you can use NumPy to create this condition. So you can see my condition has been created. I just have the false and what? True values, false and true values. So if I'm interested now to get the data frame of this condition, what I do, I just say movies, and then I place the square brackets, and then I come here, copy everything I've written here, and then paste the everything I've copied here, all the condition I created here and copied inside here. That's how I told you to. So you can see now my movies has been created. I've created a data frame of the rating starting from what? 7.89 whatever, like they are more than this value. Okay, so you can see my star rating. You can't have value which is less than this one. Yes, and you see the now my rows has been they are 469 of those movies which have the rating more than the mean value. Yes, so now let me use I promise to use the number method. So let's write the number. That's import number as np, and then now I will just do the same thing here. Just to do the same thing here. Copy this one. Copy my condition. But what if now I don't throw the mean value? I will just use the number. If you remember, it's np dot mean, and then inside mean I use the column I want. So okay, let me just delete this one. Delete this one before np. So if you remember np dot mean, so if I run this one, I'll get the same mean as of this method of ours. Describe method, it gave us 7.88. So the mean will also the number will also give us 7.8. So and then now I will create that condition that movies dot star rating greater than what? This, greater than this this value. Copy, and then here I do the pasting. So that is my condition. So if I run this one, works very smart. I can have my false and the true values. Now if I want to output in a data frame, I just write the movies, that's the name of the data frame, and then as I place square brackets, and then I copy everything copy here, and then paste inside this square brackets. Yes, so I would have the same result as of this before. Anyone who has a question? Anyone with a question? There's no question. Okay, so from here I want to expand this. Now what if I want actually I have multiple condition. I have multiple condition. What if I have multiple condition? So just let me write the first one will just remain, and then I add another one. So the another actually the second condition I want to create that the movies dot, now I want to use a different column. Which column of mine here I want to create? I want to use, yes, now I want to use the journal column, and then I want to output those movies which have the what? Which have they have the mean, they have the mean rating, they have a rating of more than the mean value of the rating, and then they are drama type in the journal. So what I do, just say movies dot journal. Journal is equals to actually drama. So if I run this,
Kindly show the upper part penye tuna run.
which one? This one.
Yes, Apple, yes. Thank you.
So this one I only created there. I only created there, but don't confuse. Just this is just the same thing I did with the what the describe. So I use describe and then I have the actual value. But if you don't want to use the describe method to give you the mean of that column, you can just use np number dot mean and then you pass the column and then you get your mean and then you create that condition. So I think you have done with this. Are you done with this? Yes, I should give time. I should give. Yes. So if you are done, if you are done writing the code, so the next thing I've said is to combine now two conditions. So the first one will just remain as it is, and then we are getting a new now condition, the second condition. And the second condition is that the movies now should belong to the journal, to the journal. Yes. So if I run this, I'll get my a series of true and false values. Okay. Now what I do to combine this nini this condition of mine, I'll just copy the condition the way they are. Remember, this one is not a condition, this one is a data frame, so the condition is this one. I'll just copy this one, come here, paste here, and then I'll copy this one, paste them here. Now I have two conditions. I have two conditions. So the first case I want to use AND operator. Do you remember? You remember the AND operator? So AND operator, it means these two conditions must be true for you to have the result. So I just use and I said and you can just use the ampersand sign. Yes. So after I've written this one, now because my condition there are two, I will just use the brackets to specify that this condition ends here. It started from here and it ends here, and then I will also specify this one that it is starting from here and then it is ending to here. Now, if I run this condition of mine, I will have my true and false values. I will have my true and false values of having what passed the two conditions that these movies of mine, the true actually value, it means that the movies of mine have the mean greater than the rating greater than the mean, and also they are of drama type. Okay. So to display this information in a data frame, I just need to write the name of the data frame, that's movies, and then I do the same movies, I do the same the square brackets. Now I copy everything from here up to the end, copy and then paste them inside these square brackets. So if I run that one, I have now my data set of this condition. It means these movies are displayed here. There are how many? There are actually 145 movies. So 145 movies have a mean rating, a star rating of more than the mean, and then they are also of drama type. If you see the journal, they just drama. And then the star rating, they are more than the mean. Remember, the mean was 7.88. Yes. So that's how you do now multiple conditions. Multiple conditions. And then you access your data, your data, your data frame.
What's that with the dots only with the around the mean the star rating?
What do you mean?
There is a record with only the three dots along the star rating column. Why are we having that?
Yeah. Let me explain this one. So if you see, I just ran the movies. Let me run these movies. You remember the movies we had before? The name of that data frame. It will actually display the first four columns from the head, and then the last four columns from the tail. Is it four? There are actually five. So that's why the dash means there are other values. They are not what being displayed.
Okay, we understand.
And then, so if you want to avoid this dot, you just need to specify your head. So I can say dot what? Dot head, and I have my first four or five rows. Yes. So you see this one. No, why am I
so the head is supposed to just signal the first the first rows.
Yes, the first rows. The tail, if I just say the tail, it means I'm reading now my last four or five what? Or five columns. Five columns from now below, from index, the last index. Yes. So I think that's
Understood.
now we don't have the dot sign. So anyone with a question? Anyone with a question? So what if we wanted to use the OR operator using the same two conditions we have created, or I can just use let me just use the same condition we have created. So the OR operator the OR operator now will output actually will output. Remember my conditions, they are these are the condition of mine. They are what? They are movies dot star rating greater than np dot mean, and then yes. So we if we run this, we actually the shape what's happening. Okay. Oh, Yes, so I do the movies, and then square this one, and then yes, I do this. Yeah, now I want my shape. Yes, so I wanted to do this. So for the first condition, we have how many columns? We have how many columns? There are 6, and then the rows are 469. So if we do for the second what? The second condition we get, that's movies, and then dot journal. And then we said they should be equal to drama. Yes. So let's display in a data frame. That's movies, and then yes, and then this, and then you want to display the shape of that data frame. So it means this way. So those are the movies that have star rating greater than its mean, and then they are 469. The movies that have what? The movies that have drama, that are of type drama, they are 278. Now we did this using the and operator. The and operator, when we run this one, so let me try to find the shape of this now using the and operator. So if you find, we have 145 movies with the genre, as drama, and then the star rating of is what is greater than its mean. So let's do now the OR operator. So you can just copy this the way it is and paste here. So what you need to change is that this sign here of ours to this. So for OR operator we use this. I don't know how we call this one, this sign. So we use that one. It's a straight line. So if you want to write this sign of ours, you just shift and then back slash. Yes, if you know the back slash on your keyboard, you just shift that. Uh, 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 yes, so if you shift that, you get this one. Or you can just use the word or. Use this one also, I think it will work. But it's good to use this. Use this. Yes. So if I run the shape of this now you can see. Now I'm getting the movies of mine as 602. So we have 602. Yes. Why? Because I said, how does the OR operator works? OR operator will output the movies that have the rating more than the mean. They are 469. They are 469, and then they will add to the movies with the second condition, that is they are of type drama. They are of type drama. So how many are they? 278. So if you add 278, you will actually have the same value as of this. Let me just, no, it should be actually the same. So this one was 278, and then this one was, why I'm having the nini. Hmm? This number should be actually be the same. So why is it? Why is it? Hmm? So I don't know why I'm having this 602. Hmm? They should actually be the same number.
I think they'll be the same.
They are the same. They should be the same.
Saying they shouldn't be the same.
Why?
No, they shouldn't, because
Because
some, when you use or, it can either be some rows will have both functions true, and then one row, some will have only one true. So, okay, I don't know if it makes sense, but can have both the star rating higher than the mean, and in the same, in the genre drama,
uh,
and then another row can have either drama only, and another row will have star rating only. So then it will not be the same.
okay,
Yeah, it appears that that should be a true argument
okay, okay.
because it may
So
be drama but not.
yes, so the movies, if we do 747, 747, and then we minus the 602, 602. So which are these movies? Which are these movies? These are the movies with what? With
Can we put a note outside this argument that you have brought up for or, so that now we get
no,
the
no.
ones that are not falling within this category, that we negate the whole of that argument
Uh-huh.
by putting a note around that argument, and then we should get.
We can do that. We can do that. But my actually, I was just confirming which the movies I actually left out. Okay. So I left out the movies. I left out the movies which was the having the same condition. I only put these movies that have this condition, and then these movies that has the second condition, but I did not put or add the movies which have the same condition, which which have the AND operator. So I think that argument is correct one. Yes. So uh, let's just actually go forward. So we are actually confusing with those people who are not from mathematics. They are wondering why are we arguing too much. Okay, but the concept remains. Just understand that you can use the and or operator. Okay. Yes. So let's go and do something else. Yes. So we have done this. So I want to use another method of doing the filtering. Now in this case, it is an is in operator. So is in operator. So we can use is in operator to do actually filtering. If you remember, in strings we said we can have a sentence that S is same as to maybe yes, I'm a good boy, and then you can create a condition using what? In, not is in, but in operator, but they are almost the same. So in data frame we use is in, but in strings we use in operator. So we can say we can have a string, maybe it's a boy, so we can say boy, boy, and then this boy, one to check if the boy is what? In S. The boy is in S. Boy is what? In S. So you can see it means it's a true because the boy is what? Inside this sentence. So it's the same way. The same way I want to, the same argument I want to use, but in this case I'll just modify it and say that I'm now going to use an is in operator. So what you need to know, what you need to do, actually is in operator is mostly used for the string type columns. String type columns. So let's output the structure of the movies. So you do this, we can see we have string what? String columns. They add title. We have also content rating. We have journal. We have duration. So we can create a condition using is in operator. So what we do, we just say we just create so we say movies and then movies dot is in, and then we give the values. So let me specify the columns. In this case, I want to use the journal column dot journal. Yes, and then I want to check if this value of mine will be what? Find in the journal. So drama. Let me check. So what is it the problem? Okay. Yes. So I forgot to actually. So I forgot to actually mention this one. So when we are using is in operator, I've said it mostly used be it's mostly used when you are operating the string value columns. String value columns. Those columns that their values are string type or object type in this case. So we use is in operator when we want to check now multiple values. So we must create a list. We must create a list and then we use that list to test if they are what? They are contained in that particular columns. So what we do, we just say, let's get a list now of values that we want to check for the content rating. For the content rating, we want to let's start with the actually with a single. So we want drama, and then we want test the comment. Want to check if the comedy exists, and if they exist. So we have created a list of these values. Remember, we are dealing with this column, the journal column. So we want to create a condition to display only those columns, those rows with these values, drama and comment. So we use is in operator. So in this case, we are saying we write the condition that's movies and then dot journal dot journal and then dot is in now is in inside is in we specify the list. So let's run this. Yes, so we can see we have created a what? We have created a series of the false and the true values. We said once you create this condition of yours, to output the data frame with this condition that those movies should belong to drama and also from the comedy side. Okay, so we do movies, and then inside movies we play this, and then we copy this expression of ours, then paste them inside the square bracket. So if we run this one, we have the movies of drama and comedy. Let's display the edge of that. So we have this, you have this, you have this. So the movies are, yes. So we have said we can use an is-in operator, especially when we are dealing with strings. Huh? So my question is this one. I have a question. I have a question. So uh, uh, using the previous methods that we have used, that is or and on and operator. So which one do you think they will match actually produce the same result as is-in operator? So which one of the two previous methods?
It would be the and.
It will be and another one. So why do you say and? Why do you say and?
I think the presence of that the journal
Mhm.
and what other item did you put
The
in
genre
the list?
comedy.
Yes, that the presence of those two. You haven't specified the an or part, so it would have to be an and.
So actually they work as the same as or operator. So remember or operator. So or operator will output these movies. They will output those movies of the drama, and then add those movies from the comedy side. Maybe we did not use actually a good example, because a good example we should have used different columns. I only used a single column.
So the and would come in if you have different columns.
No, I'm saying this is in operator. Operator is the same as or operator. But maybe you
Okay.
cannot able to see because I use the example of using the same code. So let me try to use a different one. So remember, so let's say movies, and then dot is in. Mhm. So um, let me let me try to rethink this one. So let me get a list. So must do. Okay. So I want just a minute. Mhm. Ho, 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 ho. Yes, so let me get a list. Same as to mm, comedy, comedy, and then I add this one. And do list and then say movies dot easy list. So I don't know if this one will work. List. Not sure. Yes, this one has worked. So let me explain actually. Let me explain this because this one I've tried to use now different columns movies. So I've created actually I have created that I want to check these values comedy and 12 angry men exist in my data frame. So 12 angry is the name of the title, so it comes from the title column, and the comedy comes from the journal column. So if I run this now you can actually, what is it? Mhm. Yes, yes. Let me explain this result of ours. Let me explain this result of ours. Uh-huh. So let me see if this one will make sense. Uh, so what I was trying to explain actually is that is that this result, if you can see in this column, we have comedy, but in this column we don't have the angry men. The angry men. So it means that it works as same as OR operator. I don't know if you will understand that one. Maybe let me come here. The one which I use the OR operator. But remember this one I also use the anyway, just understand that way. Understand that way. Okay? Yes, because they are actually
It actually looks like a search.
this one.
Yeah, it's like a search of the string, those strings in the list, because
Yeah.
I would imagine if you had the text 12 angry men in column actors,
Uh-huh.
it would, I think it would pick that text.
So yes,
If we went
so
and
that's true, that's true, that's true, that's true, because we said we use this method for strings. Okay, so if you want to do actually they are doing the searching. Maybe that's the simplest way to put it. They are doing the searching, so they are you are just checking if these words exist, and then you will have your actually your true or false values. So that's how it works. That's how it works. That's how it's different from the using the normal condition we are using. Okay, so that's how it works. So you need to You need to know which columns you are working on, and the columns must be what? Must contain the unique values. Must contain the unique values, such that your comment here should not be found in any of the other columns. Because if it's not unique, then you would actually have the wrong result. Yes, so but don't worry, this one, most of the data you are going to start with, they should be actually numeric. So this one is mostly used for those who are doing actually what we call textual analysis, so that they are only working with text data. Okay, so you would actually work with the numeric data. But I just wanted you to mention that so that you understand. You understand that we have easy in operator. Yes. So oh, yeah, yes. So let me go actually to the other concept. The other concept. Which one I was? Let me check it. So the other.
Before you continue,
Yes.
can you please just go back to the same place where you are?
Okay. Okay. Just a moment. Just a moment.
Where you ran the code.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Here. For the second code.
Does it display or output other rows that don't even have the ads we're looking for?
Yes. So uh, you know these values. So many rows. This is what I wrote. I wrote list movies, and then dot is in, and then I put the list. So then you will see that this one is the journal we have through. Okay, that it exists, and then we have which the comedy found in the so we are using the title and this. So if you see, if we create actually we will have this values on it, the one with true values. This one will be displayed, and then yes. So uh, so let me try to move this, and then I want to display that. So if you see this one, mhm, let me try to see how to explain this one. Mm, uh Let me try to see how to explain this one. So movies, uh, movies dot title equals to actually title equals to uh, this one and to find name. Just a moment. I just want to see something here. What? Yes, so let me let me so what is happening? Mhm. So so if you see the if you see actually if you see the so this is how this one I was how to put the result. If you see the result here, when we are trying to check the rows of this data set, it is 979. So remember the way someone put he said that the is in operator it what it searches. So so this is how it worked. It searches these two words for the data frame, not the column. So it searches for the data frame. So if that word is present, it will output this word. Okay. If the word is not present in that, it will output none values. So that is it. So maybe the correct way I should have worked this is that I should have specified the columns. I should have specified the columns. But if I don't specify the columns, it means that it only searches those values and then it will output the values if they are present. If the comment is present, it is outputted. If it is not present, it is what given as non-value. So, but I've said already this is in operator is mostly used for text analysis. Yes. So the one which are very important for you to know is the other way that we have worked before. This way and then the AND operator. Anyway, we also have another. We can also add another one. We can also use the contain. You can also use the contain. That's I think the contain also can output the same result as this one. So if we just say movies dot is movies str dot is str contain uh, is it contains so movies dot contains and then here we pass the list. Let me run this one that has not put str. Yes, so let me remove this one. Contains. Let me just see the let's say C ducts. So we have also contain the method contain to also check the string. If the string is present, and then it will get outputted. But they are not very important as of now. As of now, we need to actually know the other, yes, this that contains. So I don't know why. Anyway, let me specify. Of dot title dot contains. Yes. So if I know this one, I don't know why I'm having this and dot contain. Anyway. So there are other the contain also works as the same as is in. The contain also works the same as in. But I've said that this mostly are used for those who is working from. So it's almost works the same. It just checks if that word is available, and if it's available, then it is given as false, and then that way. So let me go to this actually. Yeah. So let me put the name of the aid of the data. You have run actually types of data. Is that true? Yes. So we have actually we have discrete data. We have continuous data. And then we have ordinal data. We have what? We have nominal. Okay. Yes. And then we say the ordinal and the nominal, they are what? They belong to actually, how do we call it? Categorical data. Okay. So uh, let's check actually the data set. You see the first row that is star rating, it is numerical. So is it continuous or discrete? Is it continuous or discrete?
Discrete.
Yes. No, it's actually not discrete. Why do you say it is discrete? Why do you say it is discrete? The reason?
The rate is a specific number for that particular record.
And why not continuous? Anyway, this data is actually continuous. So for the discrete we actually go to numerical value. So when you say 1 and then you move 2, you move 3, we say that the type of data is what? Is discrete. Okay. So but when you start from 1 and then you go to 1.2, 1.3, so we say that data is continuous. Okay. So actually you will go check the difference between the nominal and ordinal data. But now I want to talk as general, that is categorical. So categorical data, it means that data is in groups, is given in groups. Let's say you have your agenda column. So if you have your agenda column, you expect your data to be what? to be outputted as either male or female. So we say this data is what? Categorical. So another another variable name that can be used for the categorical to give categorical values. Can you give another actually variables that can be used in categorical or values? Which one do you think? The first one I've given is gender. Gender takes categorical values. Another one? Another one? You don't want to talk, my friends? Yeah, so we can have gender, we can have what? Which other anyway, let's look at this. Let's look at this data of ours. So we can see the title. Title is given as the name of the what. So you may find that these names maybe the first title is maybe actually 500 days of summer. It is being repeated. Okay, so that one belongs to be a categorical variable. This one also belongs to categorical variable. This one also belongs to categorical variables. This one is now the discrete. The one who said the discrete, this one is the discrete variable. Okay. Yes. The actorist might be actually maybe they might be okay. Anyway, so now that we have our data, so I've said categorical variables are the values. They are values actually being repeated, so they are not unique. Okay, so we can check the uniqueness of the data. We can check the uniqueness of the data frame. So we can just say write the name of the data frame movies dot and then is unique dot unique. So this one is unique. So let's say the first column is title. Yes. So let's check if the values given in these columns they are unique. Okay. So we have checked for the title if that is unique, and then we have the false. So it means those values within this title column they are not unique. They are being repeated. So they appear more than once in various rows. You can check the other columns. You can check the other columns. So if that's title, and then maybe check the content rating. Let's take the content rating column. We check the content rating column. We get the false. So it means the values within the content rating columns they are not unique. They will appear more than once. Okay. So so you can do for the rest of the columns. The rest of the columns. So you can do for the actorist. You can do for the journal. Yes. So once you know that these columns they are not unique, therefore they have to be categorical. They have to be categorical. So for the categorical data, the most important operation we can do is actually what we call the counts. So we count how many times that value is appearing in the column. So to do that in Python, you just need to do the movies, the name of that column, and then you say dot value counts. Yes, if I run this one, I'll get my actually value counts. I'll get my value counts. So you can see this appears what? Once like that one. Okay. But now this one is not more informative. This one is not more informative. So I can do the sum. If I do the sum, I will now get my value counts. Why am I getting this one? Just a moment. The value counts, and then what is it? Starting and then okay. Yes, this is what I mean. Now let's say I want to deal with the title. So I want to know this value of the title, how many times they appear. So what I do, I specify the title, that is dot title. The, I specify the name of the column. Um, so I mean this. Just one moment, I finish this and then you go. So I said movies dot title. I want to know how many values dot value counts. Value counts. So if I do this, I would have my value counts for this. So if I do the sum, I'll just get what is this, the title. Anyway, yeah. So this is what I want to explain here. So you can see the guard with the dragon, the title of this one, it's appearing how many times? Twice. The true grift title appears once. So that way, let's do actually a different. Yes, a different, that's journal. This one will make a bit sense. What? So if I do this, yes, now you can see what I mean. So it means that I, in my journal column, I have these values. I have drama, comedy, action, and then Pandas. So the drama is appearing 278 times. The comedy is appearing 156 times. Yeah, that way. So we use the value counts to calculate how many what? How often that value appears in the column. Yes, so actually today the class was I don't know, the preparation was not good. We actually joined the class very late. So I would stop there.